Hey everyone, I'm the Pixel Pathfinder, and my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. Today we're going to be checking out a game called Write and Down Dice, and we're actually taking a look at the demo for it. Write and Down Dice is a follow-up game. The first game was called Write and Down, and I played the demo and thought it was interesting, but ultimately never really invested heavily into the game because I just thought it was alright. When I saw Write and Down Dice, I thought, it's probably going to be about the same. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to check it out or record a video for it for the channel, but I did download the demo and tried it out a little bit, and I liked it enough that I decided I wanted to showcase it for you here on the channel. So this game is coming out in Q4 of 2023. As I said, this is a demo. You can check that out yourself if you want to. And this is a roguelike deck or dice builder and card battler. So we're going to jump in and check it out with the goal of, at the end of this video, we want to be able to decide, is this a game to wishlist, follow, or ignore? All right, so we're going to jump in here. Now, the first run that I played on this Fire Barbarian here. I'm going to play this run on the Necromancer, which I have not used yet, just to go ahead and, try something a little bit different here. But just so you can know what's going on, up here at the top, we have our starting stats: health, armor, starting gold, and our starting dice pool. Each of these dice colors represents like a different element. For example, these red ones are the fire ones. Then you get a passive ability that's set, and then you can choose a secondary ability and then also an item to start the game with. So you got a couple different options here. So we're going to hop over to the Necromancer. We got 22 starting health, 11 starting armor, 3 starting gold. We've got 2 gray and 1 purple dice, which we'll figure out the name of those once we get in there. And then our starting ability here is Soul Harvest. Roll 2 random dice. The power of the skill is increased with each enemy killed and restarted to 2 when used. Okay, so it sounds like maybe it'll roll more dice as we kill enemies. And then we're going to leave these at the defaults. So we're going to start with Unholy Sacrifice. Roll 1 holy die, receive 1 damage point. Holy dice can be used as any other color, so it's like a wild card die. And then Sacrificial Dagger, recover 2 health points for every 3 enemies you kill. All right, we're in the basic dungeon. We can't unlock this yet. This is only available in the full game. So let's go ahead and jump in. I think the artwork here is definitely a step up from Write and Down. I think they've done a really good job on the UI, the interface, and just the general art style, I think is much improved. All right, so the idea with Write and Down is that you can only go right or down. So if we go down here, we won't be able to fight this enemy or go to this artifacts merchant because we will have already gone down, and then we can only go down or right from there. So you have to kind of path through the dungeon levels and plan them out, understanding that those are only going to be the options that you're able to do. So every time you take a move, you're either eliminating a column or a row that you're able to go to. So you really want to look at what's on the board first to try to figure that out. So what we have here is this is an enemy card. It shows in the number of skulls here how many enemies you're going to have to fight. So this is going to be a battle with 2 monsters. One of them is guaranteed to be the monster on the card. All right, so we got a bunch of monster battles here. This one, we're going to fight 3 monsters, and we also will get a gold coin as a reward. Down here, we can buy blessings using gold. Blessings are going to give us different options for things that we can buy, like new artifacts or temporary buffs or items and things. And then we have Artifacts Merchant. You can buy artifacts using gold coins. Again, that is going to be these things down here, the items that stay with us. And then this down here is a dungeon door to the next level. So we're going to probably just take it easy while we're figuring out how to play the Necromancer and just focus on fighting some battles and just getting to the next floor. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go right and we'll do this battle here. All right, so what we have here are the enemy cards. And each enemy is going to have a couple of things. So they've got a gold reward on them. And then they're going to have these dice sockets. And what you have to do is you have to put dice into these sockets that match whatever the requirements are. For example, you have to put a 3 or higher here. You have to put a 5 or higher here. Over here, you can put any value, but it needs to be a red or a purple die. Okay? Then additionally, we have here with the little slash marks, that's the amount of damage the enemy is going to deal to you during the enemy turn. So we take our turn, we end turn, then the enemies go, and they'll deal that amount of damage to us if we have not come up with a way to prevent that damage or defeat the enemy. Additionally, they're going to have some abilities. So if we look at this, the green ghost removes one of its placed die on the enemy turn. So if you put a die here and you end turn, it's going to take that die off. So you kind of want to kill it all in one shot if you can. And then right here, the venom snake inflicts poison to 1 dice from your dice pool at the start of your turn. Poison dice deal damage to you equal to their value when used. So they went ahead and put that 5 poison there. So if we use this, we are going to take 5 poison damage, which will go to our armor first. All right, so looking at our abilities, so here we have to put 2 gray dice, and if we can, then we're going to roll 2 random dice. But again, remember, this is going to increase with each enemy we kill, and then it resets back down to 2. So if we can kill 1 enemy, then we can come back and we should be able to roll 3 dice. We also have the ability to roll 1 holy die, and that holy die can be used as any other color. So we got a couple of different options here. We could play it safe and not use this poison and not take the 5 damage. But I actually think we've got the set right here to go ahead and kill this guy. So I think we just eat the 5 damage. We're going to save 3 damage from not getting hit by him. So ultimately, we're kind of effectively taking 2 damage here. We're out of dice, so then we would end the turn. Then the enemy is going to hit us for 2, and then it's going to poison the die again. So if we look up here, we can roll 3 random dice. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to put in our gray. So it gives us 3 random dice, and this is going to give us enough to defeat this enemy without having to use that poison die. And you can see we got those 2 gold coins. So that's pretty much the overall flow. We're going to keep on fighting enemies. All right, so right here, this one, its attack will ignore your armor points. So we'll want to get rid of this guy pretty quickly. And then this one over here destroys all dice with value 5 from your dice pool when you place a die on this enemy. So yeah, this seems like just a good time to go ahead and we'll just get rid of that monster. Then we'll take 2 from this one. And then so this is going to destroy all dice with value 5 from your dice pool when you place a die on this enemy. So we could, let's see. Oh, this value. Okay, so nothing has a 5. We need 4 that cost 3 or more. So again, we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. We could roll 1 holy die. And it's a 6. So if we plug it in there, that actually lets us defeat that enemy. Awesome. All right, so this is 3 enemies plus a bonus coin if we wanted to do that. We're pretty low on our armor here, so I think we just want to fight a regular 2 enemies here. All right, so we got this one, removes one of its placed die on the enemy turn. We've seen this one before. And then this one here inflicts you damage when you use a skill equal to the value of all dice placed on this enemy. Okay, so we don't want to use a skill while this enemy is up. So it looks like we're going to take quite a bit of damage here, and we don't have a lot of good dice here, like at all. So I think we'll go ahead and use a blessed die. And then I think we will go ahead and use this one here. It didn't give us a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, if we put the stuff here, then it's going to go away. So let's go ahead and we're just going to put these here, and that's going to take care of that enemy. We're going to get hit for 3 by this one, unfortunately. But we will also heal 2 health points after we kill this enemy. So we need something different here. Let's roll a holy die. There we go. All right, so we got enough dice to take out that enemy. There we go. Awesome. So we made it through the first level. So now the only way we can go is down. So we go to the next dungeon level. All right, and so here we got a couple different things. We got an artifact merchant, we've got a nature shrine, and then also we have a campsite, which is where we'll be able to heal up. So it really just kind of depends. I'm thinking we might just keep this one simple, go through these two monsters here, hit the artifacts merchant, and then go to the campsite. So let's give that a shot. So we know we have the guy here who's going to remove a die on the enemy turn. We also didn't get the right combinations to defeat him. So let's see. Let's go ahead and roll this. That did not help at all. Okay, so really, we're just going to get hit really hard here, unfortunately. Actually, this can be used as any color, so it'll plug in there. And so we will take 3 damage from this guy. But that's okay. We did not get the right values here, so we're going to go ahead and use our ability, and then that should let us finish off this enemy. All right, there we go. Easy enough. All right, so then we're going to go over to the merchant. See if we can get some new artifacts. So roll a nature die for every 3 dice of value 4 that you use. Okay, you add 5 points to the potion bonus at the campsite. Recover 1 health point after using a die of value 5. Add an extra nature die to your dice pool for the next turn at the end of the turn for each die remaining in your dice pool. So I really like this recover 1 health point after using a value of 5. And I think maybe that's all we'll do. Get a little health generation going there. So every time we use a 5. Okay, that was terrible rolls. All right, so we're going to plug these in here. Okay, so we don't quite have enough to get this here. So we're going to take this, roll it. We got a 6. Awesome. So we can finish off this target here. And then we got 1 die left, so we'll go ahead and plug that one in there. So you can plug in dice from turn to turn. And then we can just finish this guy off. Easy enough. All right, so we're down to 15 health. Let's go ahead and go to the camp here. So we can choose a bonus. We can get 8 health points, 4 armor points, or 3 gold coins. We have a couple ways to heal here, so I'm going to go for the armor points, I think. All right, and then we can choose a new skill. So Necrotic Transmutation, upgrade the die value to 6 and receive 1 point of damage, and this will let you put any die in there. If we can put in 3 6s, we can kill a random enemy with Death's Grasp. And with Shadow Sacrifice, we can roll 2 darkness dice. Okay, so those are the gray ones. And we receive 2 points of damage. Interesting. 2 dice and 2 points. So we're really... This Necromancer really uses their health for stuff, huh? I think if we roll 2 darkness die, we have a chance to get a darkness die that's going to roll as a 5, which could heal us for a health point, as opposed to just upgrading a die to 6, which we know won't heal us, but will give us a high value. So I think I'm going to go with Shadow Sacrifice for the skill here. All right, so now... this time I think we'll go down and over so that we can hit these the Undead Shrine to buy some blessings. So let's go down and let's see what we have here. Okay, so this guy increases its attack value 2 points when the other enemy dies. So we want to try to kill him first if we can. And this guy just does 4 damage to us straight up. So let's go ahead and take this one and we'll roll 2 die. Look at that. Look at all those 5s we got. So... this is going to give us health points back. Awesome. And then we'll take this one and we will roll it into a holy die, which we'll plug in there. Okay, so we are going to take a little chunk of damage there, and we took the 2 damage for rolling the shadow dice. All right, but we get to heal 1 back, and then we get to plug that in. And good, we got some nice health regeneration going on here. Sweet. All right, so let's go here. So we're at the Undead Shrine. So blessings. Roll 4 darkness dice and receive 4 damage points. There are 4 charges to this. Add a permanent extra darkness die to your pool, which we are 2 golds short of being able to do. Kill a random enemy. There's 3 charges. And blessing, roll a darkness die, 5 charges. So 3 charges to kill a random enemy. I like that. That seems like it could come in pretty useful. So we'll take that. That gives us a little ability up here that we can use. And then we'll go over here. So we collect that 1 gold at the outset. And what are we working with here? Okay, increase attack value of all enemies when it dies. Inflict poison, okay. To 1 of your die at the start of the turn, and it had to do it on the number 6. Reduce the value of all dice from your dice pool 1 point when you place a die on this enemy. So I'm very tempted to just kill a random enemy. So we got rid of the poison, which is nice. I really don't want to take 6 damage. That's kind of insane. But we're going to take 6 damage anyway. Alright, so I'm just going to use all the charges here. That's 6 damage. That poison on our 6 damage die is pretty intense. I mean, I didn't mean to use all charges there, but it is what it is. Alright, so I think we're going to go... I'll try to go to the merchant this time. So this is going to be that poison on our die again, unfortunately. Oh, look, put it on a 1, though. That's okay. Reduce the value of all its placed die at the start of your turn. So the way this works is if your die gets reduced down to 0, I think it gets destroyed. So anyway, we have some not so great rolls here. So we're going to go ahead and roll all these extra dice here and see what we can do. So this just needs 6 of any value. So we can go ahead and toss in a green here. And then we need, let's put that 5 in. Let's put another 5 in. Let's holy roll this. I was trying to get a 5 there. That's really what I was wanting to do to kind of heal back up. But we did not get a 5, so we'll just plug in the dice here and call it good. All right, we're at 20 of 22 health. That's a really good sign. We're going over here with 10 coins. I'd like to have more, but that's okay. Upgrade all your darkness die to 6 after killing an enemy. Roll a darkness die after killing an enemy if the last die you used was a nature die. Unlikely. Get 1 gold coin at the start of each battle. Recover 3 health points at the start of each artifact's merchant encounter. Okay, so interesting. I think 1 coin at the start of each battle is pretty good. And I think we'll save the rest of our money here. All right, let's go down. Okay, poison to 3. All right, this one invokes a new enemy when it dies. Interesting. All right, well, we are going to plug this in over here. I know it's going to do 3 damage, but that's okay. I want to get the holy and get rid of this poison dude. I really don't like that skill. And then we're going to take 3 from that guy, and it looks like we don't quite have enough here. Let's roll a holy die. That was terrible. Okay, we're going to take 2 health points. Okay. Well, unfortunately, the rolls, the RNG was not in our favor there. All right, so we're going to take 1 damage here. We'll put that shadow die in turn. Man, this is a lot. Okay, there we go. We got a 5 at least. Oh, wow, that guy's health went way up. Let's try to roll a holy die here to get a 5, which is exactly what I wanted. Very nice. Okay, so 12 health. That's not great, but we are about to go to the little campsite right here. So we'll be able to get some of that health back. 12 points is overkill. Let's go for the 6 armor points again. Oh, we get to choose a new die. Well, right now we need darkness dies to be able to use soul harvest. So I think we'll just get another one. All right, we're level 5 out of 12, the Ice Cap Snowland. So we've got the Artifacts Merchant. Let's try to do that. Let's go through here. We got opportunity to get a lot of extra gold here. Okay, so this one destroys 1 random die from your dice pool when you place a die on this enemy. Destroys all dice with value 5 from your dice pool when you place a die on this enemy. And freezes one of your skills when you place a die on this enemy. Okay, lots of stuff here. So let's roll a holy die. That gave us a 3. That's enough to kill this guy. And then we're just going to eat some damage here. All right, so let's see. Freeze a skill. And this one destroys a random die from your dice pool. Okay, well, if he does that, then we can still kill him. But he's hitting us for 2, whereas this one is hitting us for a lot more than that. Okay, so we can take 2 damage and roll 2 darkness die, which is not really what we need here. We needed a holy, so I really screwed that up, unfortunately. So we're just going to take a bunch of damage. That was a misplay on my part for sure. Okay, so we need to roll a holy die. Plug that in there. That's going to freeze a skill for us. And then really we just place 1 and 1. Okay, so that was unfortunate. A little bit of a misplay there on my part. We did get quite a bit of gold though. Real question is, can we make it to being able to use this gold? All right, destroys all the 5 dice. Oh, we've got a bunch of 5s. Okay, awesome. Freeze the skill when you place this die on an enemy. Invokes a new enemy when it dies. Okay, so I think what we want to do here is we want to use these 5s to summon a bunch of dice, right? And then I would rather use the skills than have them freezed, right? So let's use our 5 here. Okay, we got 1 more 5 left, so we want to put it on something. Let's go ahead and fill in. Let's see, this one would freeze a skill, so we could just use the skill. Do we have any? We've got 1 5 left, so this will mitigate 1 damage that we'll take. Okay, we got another 5 here, so we don't want to put anything on this guy until the 5s are gone. Or we could put the 5 on him. Right, so then he's not going to destroy any 5s. We need to put a green on this one. And then we need to put a red or green on this one. That's got to be 3+, which we're not going to get. So we are going to take 2 damage. Oh, actually, this one will work. Okay. So then we need to do a 4 and a 4. So we'll use a 6. 6 will kill that enemy. Okay, then we need a 3. Okay, we've only got 2 dice that are 3s or higher, so I think we still want to kill this guy. All right, so he's down, and then, I mean, really, we just got to eat this damage here because we don't have a 3 or higher. We don't have an ability we could use. So we just intern here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll throw a 5 on there to get a healing back. And this guy just does damage. So really, all we really need to do here is plop these in, and that's going to give us enough dice. We definitely want to use that 5. And he's gone. Okay, so we came out of that battle with some health recovery, and we're sitting at quite a good bit of gold. So 19 going into this shop. One of your used skills is available again after killing an enemy. That's pretty good. Place an ice die in a random enemy at the start of each battle. Roll an ice die for every 6 dice you use. Roll an ice die for every 3 dice of value 3 you use. I like the, just randomly place an ice die in there. That's pretty good. Let's see. This one seems good too. Every 3 dice of value 3 you use. And then do we want to go for every 6 die? Yeah, let's just... I got a feeling we're going to start having some more difficult battles, and we're going to want all the help we can get at this point, so I think it's worth using our money. So you'll see here, this is just a dungeon door, not a campsite, so we don't get the chance to recover or get any armor. I kind of want to just go straight into the ice shrine. We've only got 6 available, but I think that's okay. Get a random snowland artifact. All dice that are in your dice pool at the moment are transformed to ice die. Freeze a random enemy. It won't act this turn. Ignore all damage this turn. 1 charge. Oh, man. This is tempting. I'm very much an RNG person. Like, oh, yeah, just give me a random artifact. But freeze seems really good. It's random, though. Ignore all damage also seems pretty good, but it only has 1 charge. What do we get? Recover 2 health points for every 4 ice die you use. Great. That is probably the one that I would want to take. All right. I think we're going to go to this crab monster. What? The counter's reduced at the start of your turn. When it reaches 0, the enemy self-destructs, inflicting you with 8 damage points. Wow. Okay, and this one ignores armor points, so that's great. All right, so, okay, what do we want to do here, actually? We want to get more dice, I think. So every ice die, every 3 dice of value 3, every ice die. So we want to try to get some ice dice. Let's see. We don't have quite enough there. I think we're going to go ahead and... we'll plug this in, take 2 damage to get some more shadow dice here. And that doesn't quite give us enough. Let's roll this into a holy. It turns into a 5, which means we can get rid of this guy, which means we take 4 damage right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and boom. There we go. Some health recovery. We get that extra ice die, which is nice. Plug that in, and then we're pretty much tapped out. So let's see. In turn. 4 damage, but I think we got him this time. Okay, so let's try rolling a holy die. That gave us a 4. That was not enough. Okay, so... roll an ice die for every die of value 3. That's fine. There's nothing really advantageous here for us to use other than that. Okay, so 9 health. Going into another battle here. We do have a campfire coming up if we can make it through this one. So we got those 2 enemies we just fought again with the addition of this guy who invokes another enemy when he dies. So that kind of sucks. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to... we roll for more die. It only gets us 3, which is not great. Let's drop that in there. Let's drop that in there. And then we need to try to roll for a higher die. Unfortunately... let's do it. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, we got no way to upgrade this. I think we have to use... Oh, there we go. Sweet. Does this die stay between turns? I don't know if it does. I think at this point we just roll it. Okay, so we got a green, but it's not the right level here. Do we just put some on this guy for now? I think we do. So 3, 6, 4. And then these don't do anything for us, really. Nope, they don't. Okay, so we're going to take 2 damage here. And this guy's counting down, so we need to get rid of him pretty quickly here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Bam. And, oh, we got a 3+. Now we're still going to put that 5 in. All right, we got a 3+ here. Let's roll this into a holy die. That can fill this spot, and then we can take that guy out there. And now we're getting hit for 3 instead of 2. I feel like we didn't do ourselves any, didn't do anything good for ourselves there. We did get, however, some 5s there. I think it's worth rolling. Okay, 3, that's fine. I wanted to see if we could roll and get another 5 to heal another point of health, but we did not. All right, so campsite. All right, here we're going for the straight health points. Okay, new skill, Metamorphosis. Removes the color requirement from the slot of a random enemy. Okay, Soul Absorption. Remove 1 darkness die from a random enemy and get its value in health points. Interesting. But we got to have a green die for that. And we don't have a reliable way to get those. And then Vulnerability Hex. Reduce the required value from enemy slots by 1 point. That seems good. Yeah, let's do Vulnerability Hex. That seems pretty sweet. Okay, so we do have 10... I think let's go get some artifacts to kind of help us out here. Recover 1 health point at the start of each turn. Seems really good. Upgrade 1 random die 1 point at the start of each turn. Also seems good. Add an extra fire die to your dice pool for the next turn at the end of the turn for each die remaining in your dice pool. Recover 5 points after buying an artifact. So recover 1 health point at the start of each turn. Let's do that. That seems good because we are spending our health on things. So I think that's pretty valuable. All right, so we got a couple of different options here. I think we want to go down through this one that lets us battle 2 monsters just in case these battles get exponentially tough. We are in the Crimson Volcano now. All right, so the Fire Devil burns 1 random die from your dice pool when you use a skill, which removes its color. Okay. Inflicts 2 damage when you use a skill. And then this one does poison. Okay, so we're just going to take the 5 and take the 5 and get rid of that enemy. Okay. And it looks like for this one, whatever we put in here, it has to be equal. So let's go ahead. I want to use the 5 die for something. We can not quite finish this character off. Let's roll this. That got us a 5. Okay. She took the color off, but I'm okay with that. All right, so we take her out. We're going to take 3 damage. And then we heal 1 back. Okay, so poison here. Let's go ahead and do these. All right, so then we can go ahead and plug in... Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, because now I got to plug in a... Okay, does it have to be the same color? It doesn't. Okay, cool. We are good. We are good. Okay, and we finished at full health. That's great to see. All right, let's go over here. We'll fight the 3 enemies. All right, so we got the succubus again, removes a color from a random die when we use a skill. We got the guy over here who does the poison, and then this dragon burns a random die from your dice pool at the start of your turn. Okay, gotcha. So we just need to put in equal values here. We need over 5s here. This is going to hit us for 5. There's a lot going on here, actually. Let's take the 3 damage and lower the requirements. Okay, we'll take the damage here. Okay, so I'm not worried about the colors. I'm worried about the values. So let's go ahead and let's roll this into a holy. All right, so we got a 3. We got a 4. We got a 5. We got a blue. We got another 5 here. So we can plug that in there. And then we've got a 2 and we've got a 1. I don't know if I should have put that there, honestly. We took a lot of damage. Okay, actually, right there, 1 point. That's fine. All right, that'll finish them off. And then what do we want to do here? Roll a couple of shadow dice. And let's roll a... the holy takes 1 health when we use it. So rolling it to try to get 1 health back is actually not smart. I figured that out a minute ago. Okay. All right, so 12. We ended with 12, but we took on the harder fight that time. Just a dungeon door, so no campfire. All right, so do we want to go to the fire shrine this time? I think we probably do. Let's go down here. I'll play it a little safe this time. All right, so we got the stupid poison guy. Okay, he poisoned a 2. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll just get rid of the succubus. We'll take 3 damage from this guy. I think we'll go ahead and just plug that in. Take the 2 damage from it. There we go. All right, so we got 2, 2, 6. Easy. All right, let's go check out these blessings. Add a permanent extra fire die to your dice pool. Your max health is increased by 2. Let's just add an extra fire die. I mean, extra die is great. It's a lot of gold, but we had enough, so I think we do it. And then let's just go down and fight these 2 enemies. This is kind of a recovery round. Oh, man, we got some terrible dice here. All right, let's put the 1 in. All right, we got a 3 and a 4. Let's go ahead and there we go. Okay, we got some stuff cooking here. All right, we need a gray and an equal color, so let's do a... All right, we need 2 5s here. Well, let's go ahead and do those. So 5 and 5. And then we just need a 4 right here. Okay, that takes care of him. And then we'll do a 5 and a 5. And then we want to use our 3s, right? Oh, maybe we didn't want to use the 3s just then, but that's okay. All right, to the campsite we go, and I think we're going to do the armor points. All right, so we've got plenty of shadow die, I think, for what we're trying to do here. We've got a void die, we've got a fire die. I think getting an ice die is nice because we have, what is it? This one, recover 2 health points for every 4 ice die you use. So that'll help us to just use more ice die and get more healing. All right, we're 9 out of 12 in the broken void. We don't have a lot of gold. So I think we kind of just want to go through some monsters here and try to collect some gold. All right, so what do we have? We have inflicts 1 damage points for each die remaining in your dice pool when another enemy dies. Ignores your armor points. Freezes all your skills when it dies. Okay. I'm totally fine with most of this stuff, though. I don't know if we're going to really use a lot of skills on this turn. I think ultimately we just want to mitigate as much damage as we can. This guy's going to... Let's see. 4, 4, 5, 4. So these all have to be equal. and 4 or higher. So he's got a bit of a tougher. We could do like 4, 4. And then we got to have equals here. And yeah, man, these enemy cards got a lot more complicated, actually. All right, so when it dies, it freezes all of our skills. So if we're going to use these 3s and 3s, is there anything we want to put? We probably want to put this into something, right? Let's lower the requirements. I think that'll work. And then, so we'll do... Ooh, which one do we want to get rid of? 3 and 3 have to be equal. This and this have to be equal. Can we roll a blessed die for a 3? Okay, so doesn't really help us. But we can plug it into like here. And then this guy's going to ignore our armor, so we'll get rid of him. Oh, look, and we got a 2 and 2. Very nice. Okay, and then we have a 6 here. Oh, okay, so this is the guy that does 1 damage. We're just going to do it. 6. So we need to roll a 6 on the next turn. We did not. That's fine. Okay, so we need to put any gray die in here. Let's roll a holy die. We got a 4, not a 6. Okay, so we do need to try to roll for a 6. There we go. We got a 6. I would like to use these 5s. Let's use one here, right? Because this doesn't take any health, right? It'll just heal us. And then we can plug in a 6 there and defeat him. Do we want to go to the merchant or do we want to just keep fighting? I think we just keep fighting. Try to earn more gold for the next merchant. Okay, so this guy is the freeze your skill when he dies. This dude is just straight up 8 damage, and we've got to have... okay, so we're going to go here, here, and here. Not taking 8 damage, that's for sure. And then we have 5 and a 5 here, and then we got a red 2. I think we can plug the 2 in here. And then we can plug the 5 and the 5 in there. And then we got a 3 for a blue die here. And now we just take a buttload of damage, unfortunately. Man, that was a ton of damage. Okay. So we got a red 5. And we got a 5 here. And then we need a 2. We're going to do this to heal. Then we will... Anything else we want to do here? We can use a blue die. All right, we'll take the 2, plug it in, and good. I feel like we really got a flow going here. So it's one of these. Let's go for the creepy tentacle eye monster. Okay, so this guy reduces the value of place die when we use a skill. This is the 1 damage point if we have die remaining in our dice pool. And this one says inflicts 3 damage points when we use a skill. Okay, so what can we take care of here? We could definitely take this guy out with 2 dice. We've got 4, 4. We could take this guy out completely. Okay, but we want to take this guy out so we can then use our skills. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think we just plug in our non-shadow dice here. Okay, so then we need 2 shadow dice, and then we need... let's go ahead and go... you know, if we do 2 shadow dice here, we're going to get a ton of dice. And then this will give us a lot. So we want to kill him first. So we just plug in a green, we plug in a green, and then we need 2 that are 4+, so we can just do a 5 and a 5. So he's gone. And then over here, we need a blue and a blue. And we've got a 5, so we'll plug that in for some healing, and then we can just plug in a 6. All right, on to the dungeon door. I think we're going to go down for more artifacts. All right, so we got the armor penetration dude, we got the skill person, and then over here, countdown, it's going to deal 8 damage. We just have to put 5 dice in on that guy, which is not that hard to do, but I kind of want to take this guy out first so that we can use our skills. Let's put a 3+ in there. All right, so now I think we go ahead and we just get more dice, right? Get more dice. Okay, so we've got 4 and 4, so we want to get even more dice if we can. So let's take this one, plug it in there for the health. And then we've got 4 + 5. So we do have enough to potentially beat this guy. We've got a 6 and a 6. And then we want to put in another 2 that are 4 or higher and equal. So we do 4 and 4. And then we plug all of these into this guy, making sure we use the 5 for the heal. All right, artifact merchants with 20 gold. Place a die in a random enemy after killing an enemy. Add 2 extra random dice to your dice pool for the next turn after killing an enemy. Get 1 armor point after using a skill. Your max health is increased by 2 points at the start of each campsite. Let's do this one and this one. And let's do that one too. So it looks like we might have room for 1 more artifact. Okay, so skill guy. We got the remaining in your dice pool when other enemies die. And reduce the value of all dice placed when you use a skill. All right, well, we want to take the this guy out first. I know we're going to take some damage based off of that, but that's fine. So we put a random 6 in there. So what else do we have? We need a 3+ here, and then okay, so we can do blue, 3+. So we'll take some damage from that. That's totally fine. Let's go ahead and we'll reduce the requirements here. And then we'll also roll a holy die. Ooh, a 6. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take 1 and roll. And we got a 6. Nice. Nice. All right, campfire. I think we'll go for armor here. All right, so this looks like the final skill. So we got the necrotic transmutation again. Upgrade the value of a die to 6 and take a damage. We got the sinister roll to roll 2 darkness dice, or we've got metamorphosis to remove the color requirement from the slot of a random enemy. Let's take that one. All right, level 11 out of 12, the Wicked Forest, and this is definitely getting intense. We don't have much in the way of money, so I think we'll go down and fight 4 enemies and maybe try to snag some valuables. All right, so we have this knight guy here. Increases its attack value 2 points when another enemy dies. We've got the dragon that just hits for 8. The conjurer freezes one of your skills at the start of your turn. And the green beholder inflicts poison. Okay, so what's the priority here? This guy is going to gain as things die, which is not good. And we do have enough dice to beat him, so I think we're just going to do that. 4, 4, Put in a blue, and then put in a red. All right, so we've got a blue die. Do we take 2 points of damage? I think we do take 2 points of damage here. But what for? Yeah, let's reduce the numbers here. And another 2 points of damage, I think, or another point of damage to roll 2 shadow dice. And then that'll give us there and there. And then, okay, so what do we have here? Let's try to roll this into a blessed die. We got another 3, sweet. So that's 8 damage gone. And then we've got a 5 here, which will heal us for a point, which doesn't really matter right now. I think we'll just plug that in there. And so that will give us, we're going to take 9 damage. All right, but I think this sets us up pretty well. Okay, so this guy freezes your skills, and this one is the poison damage. Okay, so we just need to put a red die in here. Gone. Okay, we need to put a purple die over here, and then we just need 2 matching die of 2 or higher. We don't have a 5. Let's try to... I wanted to try to roll for a 5. But that's okay. We will we'll just drop these 2 6s in. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I feel like we got a decent little build going here. We also had a nice chunk of armor right there to start, so that definitely helped. All right, so roll 4 nature dice of value 1, 5 charges. Roll a nature dice, 5 charges. Your max health is increased by 2. Get a random forest artifact. Okay, so what do we get? Recover 1 health point at the start of each battle. Okay. And then I think we want to get something that has charges. Let's buy that one. Yeah, because it looks like we're full up over here. I don't know if we can keep going over here. No, that's our dice pool, so I'm not sure if we can even get more artifacts. Okay. All right, so increase the attack value of all enemies when you place a die on this enemy. Wow. Okay, so we don't want to do that. All right, we want to try to kill this guy first, then this, then this. Is basically how this is going to work. So we got 4, 4, 4, 4. We got a couple of 5s here, which is pretty nice. Well, let's go ahead and... let's roll a couple more shadow die. Cool, we got 5s, which is what I wanted. All right, and then we just need any shadow die. Goodbye. Okay, and then we need 3, 3, 3. So we got 4, 4. Okay, can we put something in here? Nah, that didn't really help. I don't want to get hit for 9, but I don't... We need like a 4. There's no real way for us to get it. I think we do have to use the skill here and just get a bunch of die for this. All right, so what do we have? Do we have 5? Yeah. We got 4, 4. Let's use these. We don't need to use the ice die because we don't need extra die here. I think we're going to be fine. So let's just use our 3, 3, 3. Okay, then we put a 5. I don't know why I put a 5 there. That is not what I meant to do. Because now we're just taking damage. I did not mean to put a 5. I wanted to put a 5 here, but I had already grabbed it and it filled in the 5 there automatically. So that was just a complete screw up on my part. So we can remove the color slot, or we can reduce the value, which none of that really helps unless... Yeah, that really messed me up there. So this is 7 damage we did not need to take, unfortunately. Okay. Yep. And then, yep. We're just gonna plug some 5s in here to heal back up. All right, it's unfortunate we took that health damage, or that armor damage, mostly. That was kind of a waste. I was getting fast. All right, level 12, the last forest. We got 4 gold. Not enough to really do anything. Let's go see if we can get like another item. Oh, I could have used that item up there. I just haven't been using them. So I maybe could have tried to roll a forest die for a 5. But that's okay. Let's go. That's a boss battle. And that's a boss battle. So either way we go, we'll go fight this tree thing. All right, so what do we got? We have the big dragon. We got the attack value of all enemies when you put a die on here. The poison, and then this one inflicts 4 points when other enemies die. Okay, so that seems really bad. So let's go ahead and let's lower the values. Nope, we can't. Let's roll some shadow dice here. Wow, our values are terrible. Okay, here we go. So 5, 5, 5, 5. Yep, let's get rid of this guy. Five, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Takes care of him. And then we want to get rid of this poison guy if we can, but we don't have a purple die. But we could roll a blessed die. And that'll let us put one here, one there. Okay, and then we need 3 3s that are equal, which I don't think we're going to get. Yeah, I don't know. We can't finish this guy off. Okay, we got a 6 and a 6. I think that's fine. And then that's going to make us take 1 more damage this turn. It's fine. 2 more damage. Okay, well, that was my bad. All right, so we got our other 6 here. So let's go ahead and use that one. Okay, and then we just need a 5, which we did not get. Okay, we got a 3. Also not great. There's our 5. Okay. All right, so got back up to 12 before this boss fight, which is not really where I want to be. We're going to go fight this crazy space plant monster here. Invokes a new enemy when you place a die on this enemy. Okay. I think that's fine, though. Okay. So these are countdown and it deals 5. So we're about to get hit super hard here. Unless we do something, which we don't have enough shadow dice. Let's see. We go here, we get the blessed die. That can go here, then here, which will give us a bunch more dice. Okay, this will give us even more dice. We just need dice. That's really all we need. We don't need these or these. So we got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we don't have quite enough to kill all of them, but we have enough to kill quite a few. And we've got our nature dice up here, so I think we can take them all out on this turn. All right, so that's 1 gone. Oh yeah, and as we kill them, we add dice as well. Bam, that's another 1 down. Actually, we have just the right amount of dice with that ability to add a die to the end. Look at that. We're finishing with full health. Way to crush it on this second run of writing down dice. All right. Boom! Thanks for playing the demo. Okay, we're going to go back to the main menu. So, this is Write and Down Dice. Again, one game that I just kind of was like, but then as I played it, I was like, you know what? Actually, this game is really, really good. So for me, this is a obvious wish list. I've already wish listed it on Steam, but I'm the Pixel Pathfinder, and my goal is to help you find great new indie games. So the real question is this a wish list, follow, or ignore for you? Wish list is a game that you think looks awesome, and you'll basically pick it up and play it as soon as it comes out, early access, full release, whatever the case may be. Follow is one that you think is interesting and has potential, but you're still waiting to see how things pan out. And ignore is a game that you just don't think is for you, or you don't think has a lot of potential, or just needs a lot of work. So, again, my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. If I've done that here today, subscribe if you're not subscribed, share the video with someone that you think might like writing down dice or the content I'm creating here on the channel, and let me know in the comment section below. Was this a wish list, follow, or ignore for you, and why? As always, I want to thank you for taking time to watch one of my videos. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.